First carry for James Conner. "25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down." Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Right back to Conner here on first. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, Conner looking for space. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Check it out. Charlie, 64. Hey, Charlie.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry now for Justice Hill. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they try the right side here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
50 teams and Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Check. Check nickel. Under 10. Under 2.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. Got a man, Slayton. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I'm coming after you.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rudolph. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Any weapon? Hey, high 7.
To throw again on second down. Rudolph. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
First down, Steelers.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Ravens 7, Steelers 6.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mine's 50, mine's 50. Go.
Again, it's Rudolph. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he gets it down to the 32.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check my 50. Hey, exit. Mark 50, mark 50, mark 50. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph complete to Washington. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
50, plant. 50, Mike's 50. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Benny Snell, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Connor. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Rudolph now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, fellas.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
49, guys. Mike.
Now Rudolph. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And Elliott puts this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13.
That's it. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. All day, punk. 52's the mic. Hold up. 52's. Check 37. Check 37. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
At the 46-yard line.
Okay, ready? Go. Bravo. Go. Leo. Say go.
On first down, Rudolph. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on, QB, come on.
A final shot before the break, Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Deuce. Check. Haywood. 5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike set up.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Connor. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. And he rifles one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
2nd and 10, Rudolph again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with a he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up second down. Quick throw taken in by Snead. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
It's now third down and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Rotate.
Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. Snead's got it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on first and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking.
It's complete to Snead. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Coming for you, son. It's free. Hey, check 24. Watch 12.
To throw on second and 6, Jackson. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jackson stepping up. He'll try and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Just bowling over tacklers. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board. As we get set for the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Exit, exit.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
4 down, 4 down. Rush in, rush on, rush in.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Rudolph. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Rudolph looking to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Buying time to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To try again after the sack. Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
On 3rd down, Jackson, and that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 55 yards.
Check, 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 check. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Now Rudolph on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be second and goal. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Back to throw, Rudolph. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it in? And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 95 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Jackson on the move to his left. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Topper! Ready!
Rudolph going to look to throw it. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And a Steeler first down.
Ready!
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hey, Alpha! Get it!
Here's Rudolph. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
That's complete to his running back, Connor.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
We play to win. Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Rudolph throwing again. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And they will throw it here with Rudolph. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Flushed out right. And Ingram hauls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
Yeah, but it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Steelers, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.